Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Caitlynn and I've lost over 70 pounds following a ketovore, keto-carnivore lifestyle. And in this video, I'm gonna be sharing my top 3 chicken recipes that are quick, easy, and made in just one pan. And y'all know as a busy mama of 3, I need meals that are simple, fast, and also kid-friendly. So if you're craving a creamy chicken and broccoli Alfredo, want to spice things up with a Cajun sausage sheet pan bake, or throw it back to a buttery chicken and spinach parm skillet, you're in the right place. These meals are done in under 30 minutes and packed with flavor. Let's get cooking. First up, let's make a chicken and broccoli Alfredo. My kids love this recipe because it kind of tastes like mac and cheese. All right, y'all, so let's get dinner on the table fast. In a pan over medium-high heat, we're starting with 1 tablespoon of butter because honestly, all great recipes start with butter, right? Next, toss in 2 diced chicken breasts. You could use more, but I'm just cooking for me and the kiddos tonight. Season generously with salt and pepper. And listen, y'all, if your food ever tastes a little meh, it might just need a little bit more salt and pepper. Don't go easy, y'all. Let that chicken cook through, stirring now and then until it's nice and browned. It's only been about 6 minutes and we're already almost done. That's what I'm talking about for a quick weeknight meal. While the chicken's doing its thing, toss some frozen broccoli in the microwave. If you got fresh, you could steam it, or my personal favorite is to roast it in the oven on 400 degrees for about 20 minutes, but they don't sell fresh broccoli at Dollar General, and I definitely forgot to add it to my Walmart list this week, so frozen it is, and that's just fine. Now that the chicken's brown, go ahead and set it aside. It's time to make that creamy cheese sauce. We're going to deglaze the pan with 1 cup of cream and 1/2 cup Parmesan cheese. Honestly, you can use whatever cheese you've got. Parmesan just happened to be in my fridge. Stir that gently on low heat until it's all smooth and melted. Now, if you're going to splurge on one special ingredient for keto or ketovore cooking, let it be xanthan gum. Just 1/4 teaspoon will thicken your sauce up real nice, no flour or cornstarch needed, and yes, you can even grab it at Walmart for like $2 or $3. You'll start to see the sauce thicken right up, and as you turn that heat down to low, it gets just a little creamier. Add in the steamed broccoli, chicken, and a little more salt and pepper to taste, and y'all, your kids might not even ask for mac and cheese after this one. Alright, y'all, so here is that chicken and broccoli Alfredo skillet. Let's go ahead and give this a taste test. Get a little bit of chicken and broccoli on there. So creamy and cheesy, gooey. If you're wanting some mac and cheese, go ahead and make yourself this. I think that xanthan gum really does a great job at creating this deliciously cheesy texture, so go ahead and pick some of that up at Walmart. You won't regret it, especially if you're making gravies or sauces, things like that. You're gonna throw it in everything. All right, y'all, so recipe number 2 is a Cajun chicken and Dewey sausage sheet pan bake. And this recipe is actually inspired by Patrick. I'm a Nebraska girl and he is a Southern boy, so I definitely had to learn a little bit of Southern cooking for this one. Now, if you talk to a real Southern cook, they're gonna tell you that the base for any great Cajun recipe is the holy trinity, which is bell pepper, onion, and celery. I at least learned that much. I'm from Nebraska, so I'm trying my best to be a little bit Southern. And so we're gonna take all the flavors of that and we are going to put that into this sheet pan bake. Let's get cooking. Now, the magic of this recipe, it's all in the prep. We're talking chopping up the veggies and slicing up the proteins, and once that's done, the oven does the rest. For proteins, I like to use chicken and Cajun style andouille sausage. You could add shrimp too if you're feeling fancy, but that's not really my thing. You do you though. The andouille gets sliced up and everything else, chicken, bell peppers, and red onion, I cut fajita style for a nice even roast. Sometimes I throw in broccoli, green beans, honestly, what's ever hiding in your fridge that needs to go. This is the perfect clean out the fridge kind of meal, and the Cajun seasoning makes it all taste amazing. Once everything's chopped, spread it out on a sheet pan, drizzle with your oil of choice. I'm using avocado oil today, but olive oil works well too. I just like the more neutral taste of avocado oil, especially when I want the spices to shine. Now for the seasoning, this is where the flavor starts, so don't hold back. I'm going in with some Redmond's real salt, black pepper, and Old Bay. If you've got a Cajun Creole seasoning on hand, you could add that, but turns out I ran out, so we're improvising a bit. A little Italian seasoning for that oregano note, some celery salt to nod to that Holy Trinity, and of course some cayenne seasoning for some heat. Give it all a good toss and pop it in a 400-degree oven for about 30 minutes or until that chicken hits 165 and the veggies are nice and roasted. This is one of my favorite recipes to make right before a grocery run. It's quick, hearty, and it really clears out the fridge. Plus, it tastes so good. Let's eat, y'all. Alright, y'all, so here is that Cajun sheet pan bake, and our whole house just smells delicious because this has been baking in the oven. Let's go ahead and give it a little taste test. I'm getting some heat on that, probably from that cayenne pepper. So if you are making this for your kids, you may want to take that 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne out, but I love it. And just having a little bit of that celery salt in here, I think that really helps get that little bit of flavor of the Holy Trinity in this if you're going for that. Let's move on to our last dish. Alright, y'all, so recipe number 3 is a classic. It's a recipe that I used to have all the time growing up. It just tastes like comfort food to me. My mom used to tell me when we were growing up, someday you'll pay big money for all this food that I cook you. That's what she used to tell us, and now I wish I could pay someone to cook for me all the time. But with this easy recipe, it's super easy to get dinner ready. So it's a butter chicken with spinach and Parmesan, a little bit of garlic in there. Super quick, easy, delicious family meal. Here's how you do it. Just like our first recipe, we're starting off strong with 1 tablespoon of melted butter, but this time we're adding in a little garlic. Saute that over medium heat for about 30 seconds, just until your kitchen starts to smell amazing. Who doesn't love garlic butter? Now toss in 2 sliced chicken breasts. Once they hit the pan, don't stir them right away. Let them sit for about 2 to 3 minutes so they can develop that gorgeous golden crust. That is where all the flavor magic happens. After a few minutes, flip the chicken and keep it cooking, stirring occasionally until it's cooked all the way through. Then go ahead and set it aside for now. Next up, we're deglazing the pan with 1 cup of chicken broth and then adding in about 6 cups of spinach. Yes, I know that sounds like a lot, but spinach wilts fast, kind of like the flowers I try to keep alive on my front porch. Anyone else the designated plant killer in their family? I know I am. Once your spinach is tender and wilted down, stir in some cream and Parmesan cheese, plus the chicken you cooked earlier. Give it a good mix, add salt and pepper to taste, and if you're feeling a little fancy, sprinkle a little extra parm on top as a garnish. And y'all, this one brings me right back to my childhood. It was always a family favorite growing up, and it still hits the spot every single time. So here is that buttery chicken, spinach, and parm skillet. The chicken broth really adds a depth of flavor, and I love the sharp, salty Parmesan. I am going to add a little bit of acid with just a squeeze of orange juice. This is technically a cutie, but that's all we got. We don't have any oranges. You definitely don't have to add the squeeze of orange on top, but if you wanted a little bit of acid, a little sweetness, you could add some of the orange juice, or you could even try a squeeze of lemon juice. That would also be delicious. So quick, easy, good. Classic recipe. Alright, y'all, so if you try any of these meals, make sure to let me know in the comments below, because I love hearing what your guys' favorites are, or if you put any spins on these recipes. And if you're looking for some even more easy ketovore meal ideas, make sure to check out my What I Eat in a Day video, or even the grocery haul. I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay strong.